Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Vinod Bihani, and in this mathematics session today we are going to see very important term or the concept, that is integration. In calculus we have seen previously the topic like limits of functions, differentiation or derivatives, and even more than that, integration is very important. Remember, in integration there are two types of integration, one called as indefinite integrals and second called as definite integrals. Out of that, the basic one is indefinite integral that we will see today, and it's only introductory part that we are going to see in this today's session. Okay, then we have seen previously the derivative symbol. Do you remember? Dy by dx, that is the derivative of y with respect to x of any function y. For example, derivative of sin x with respect to x is d by dx of sin x, written as cos x. For example, do you remember, derivative of a raised to x is a raised to x into log a, and so on. So that was the derivatives. Why I mentioned this derivative? Because the integration, that is indefinite integral, that is also sometimes called as antiderivatives. So it is nothing but antiderivatives. What means by antiderivatives? Suppose there are two functions f of x and g of x, and suppose it is available that derivative of fx with respect to x is g of x. Then the antiderivative concept means the reverse is integration, and that is written as something like this: integration of gx dx. This is the symbol for integration, like this, and this dx means with respect to x is equal to fx plus c. So this is the simply the definition of integration. If derivative of fx is gx, then derivative of gx is fx. Now here two important parts to be understood. First, about the symbol of integration. Integration is nothing but a kind of summation, and that summation spelling start with s. So this is also s, but it is a kind of what called as elongated s, and that is how the symbol of integration is coming. Now we deal with why it is needed constant of integration. To know this, why it is needed constant of integration, in your book it is not given properly why this constant c is taken. The reason is like this. To understand that, we will take some example. We know derivative of sin x is cos x, derivative of sin x plus any constant, suppose 2, that also equal to cos x, plus derivative of 2 is 0. Then derivative of sin x plus 100, and that will be coming as cos x plus 0. Can you see, if any constant, the derivative is 0. Here if you take reverse edge integration, means integration of cos x will be here in the first case sin x. In the second case, integration of cos x will be sin x plus 2. This 0 is not needed to write. So integration cos x dx, integration cos x dx, every time it come sin x plus 2, sin x plus 100, so on. So we have the different constant. To avoid the different constant, mathematicians have decided that it is not to take any kind of different constant, but a particular constant that called as constant of integration, denoted by c, that is taken. So as in definition, if d by dx of fx is equal to g of x, then the integration of g of x with respect to x, that will be written as fx plus c, and that is simply the derivative integration. They are reverse of each other. By using this concept, we try to take some formulae in integration. Those are existing, and they come from the reverse of derivative is considered as integration. Very first, we know derivative of sin x is cos x, therefore integration cos x dx is equal to sin x plus c. Then derivative of cos x is equal to minus sin x Therefore, integration of minus sin x dx is equal to cos x plus c, but this minus is taken on right side so that we get integration sin x dx is minus cos x plus c. So this can be all that trigonometric. If you want some different, for example, do you know derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, therefore integration e raised to dx, e raised to x dx I mean is e raised to x plus c. See some formulae. Integration x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus c. Integration a raised to x dx is equal to a raised to x upon log a plus c. Now you come to know how will that reverse come as integration. For example, integration x raised to n is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. If you find this derivative, then it will come this. For this formula, there is a condition n should not be minus 1, because what happens if n is minus 1, then it will be integration x raised to minus 1 dx, and x raised to minus 1 dx you know as same as integration 1 upon x dx, and integration 1 upon x dx is nothing but log x plus c. So this is the brief idea about the integration, that is indefinite integral introductory session. And if you like this video, share maximum with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel. Press the bell button icon to get our video notifications. Thanks.